This is going to be a quick video on how to throw a bowl on the pottery wheel. We're going to start with a piece of clay. Cone shape is usually what I like to start with. I think it gives a better shape or form rather when you're going into center. So you want to make sure your wheel is nice and dry. And you also, want to take a look at the rings on the wheel. That's going to help you place your clay. So usually I'll put it down like that and then kind of take a look. But you're going to want to take it, you're going to want to slam it down pretty hard on the wheel so that it sticks. So you want to have a good suction on there, or else you'll have water that'll get underneath and you might find that your wheel is spinning, but your clay is staying in one spot. So give it a little bit of a wiggle, make sure it's not going to fly off. The next thing you want to do is wet your hands and also wet the clay. You want the clay to have like a slight sheen at all times when you're throwing. I'm going to do two different techniques on centering. The first one is just going in and doing the normal centering. And then I'm also going to go in the next one over coning. So when you're centering the clay, you want to do two things. You want to keep your left hand really, really steady. And you want to use this little meaty part of your right hand to kind of push down on top. So I'm not only using my arms when I'm doing this, I also want to use my legs. So I'm kind of like really digging my arms into my legs before I go ahead and center. That's just going to help stabilize you a little bit. So I'm first going to just introduce my hands into the clay, and you'll notice that the clay wants to move them, but we want to try to keep them nice and still. Once you get it into a little bit of a, more even piece, we're then going to take our left hand and then our right hand here. And what's happening with the wheel, as I'm pushing the clay down and it's hitting my left hand and I'm keeping it nice and still, what's going to happen is that's what is going to center your clay and make it all nice and even. Now, sometimes people will struggle and they'll get some of this like little extra on the side when centering. You could always just go in with a wooden tool and take that up. Sometimes it'll make it easier. You also want to kind of also, make sure that you're kind of getting this muck off your hands in between. So I'm going to go in and just center this real quick, keeping my left hand really, really stable and my right hand on top. And centering is really important because this is what's going to keep your piece nice and even. Okay. Always remove your hands slow when you're taking them off of the piece. And then I'm going to apply a little bit more water. And we're going to slow it down a little bit and we're going to start to open up the middle. I'm going to kind of cup it with both my hands, slowly let my thumbs find the center. And I'm gonna just make like a small hole in the middle. You wanna take some water and just add it in there because it's gonna be dry, like the clay was originally because it's inside. You're then gonna push down about 3/4 of the way. You wanna only go 3/4 because we wanna leave enough room for going in and trimming a foot. The next thing I'm going to do is open up the clay. So this is going to be bringing it wide, and then I'm going to take it and bring it up tall. I open it up with like 1 or 2 fingers first, and then I try to go in with almost my whole hand and cup it like this and start to just drag it out towards me. So I'm keeping my hand really, really, really steady when I'm doing this. And I'm only leaving it in one spot and just pulling it towards myself. You're gonna wanna go in and just clean up the center a little bit. I'll usually apply a little bit pressure, just make sure it's all nice and even. And then the next step is going in and pulling up the walls. So for every pull, usually 3 or 4 is a good amount of pulls when working with a smaller piece of clay like this. I'm gonna use my sponge and I'm gonna use my hand on the inside. So I'm going in and I'm pushing the clay a little bit harder on the bottom. And then I'm gradually, while keeping my hands together, I'm gonna slowly drag that clay up. Now, the centrifugal force of the wheel naturally wants to turn your piece into a bowl. This is why I always like to teach bowls first, and then go into cylinders. Once you learn how to make a cylinder, you can make anything. And we will go over cylinders once we get bowls down. So you'll see that there's still quite a bit of clay on the bottom, and I could use all that to then make the bowl bigger. I'm gonna do another pull, so keeping my hands together, my sponge on the outside, and my fingers on the inside. I'm just gonna pinch again. You'll start to see like a little ledge form, and I'm gonna take that clay, and I'm just gonna kind of pull it up, and also push it out a little bit on the inside to form a bowl. When you're first learning, like I said, it might naturally kind of work its way out. Now, with this one, I did 2 pulls, and I feel like I did use majority of my clay, and that's okay. I'm ready to go ahead in and finish this up and prepare it for trimming. So I like to go in and maybe just like shape it up a little bit, always keeping your hand in the same spot. If you're moving it around, it's just gonna get a little messy. You wanna allow the wheel to actually do all of the work for you. So I'm just kind of going in and smoothing up the lip here of the bowl. Think if you're gonna be drinking from it, whether it be a bowl or a cup, anything that you're putting your mouth up to, you wanna make sure that it's not gonna be pokey and pointy. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my wooden tool, and I'm gonna scrape up a little of the extra clay on the bottom. I go in like this first, and then I like to flip it and actually carve into the side and kind of do a little bit of that until I feel that the shape is nice and even and something that's gonna be nice and easy to trim. Once I have it like that, I'm gonna take a little water and put it on the wheel, and I'm gonna pop off the splash pan a little bit. The reason I popped off the splash pan is so I could slide it towards me. And I'm gonna go grab a clay cutter. When cutting it off, you wanna make sure that you're not going to actually like slice the bowl. I'm gonna wrap the wire cutter around my hands and place my thumbs on it. After that, you're gonna put your thumbs on the wheel head and drag it underneath the bowl, keeping your thumbs on there the whole time. Sometimes you'll need to do 2 of them if it's not moving, but usually 1 is pretty good. I put water here so that it's helping slide underneath when I'm cutting the bowl off. It's gonna help me remove it a little bit easier. I'm just gonna slide it towards me. And then you're gonna wanna make sure you have a board or something to put it on. So I'm just gonna put this on this board here. You can see how it bent a little bit. It's gonna pop back into shape as long as you have it centered correctly. So you usually want that to dry out a day or 2, and then we would go in and we're gonna do another step, which is trimming a little foot on the bottom. So you could see how the shape changes from a rather clunky looking bowl to having a nice rounded piece on the bottom. And we'll go over that in a separate video. Just make sure to clean up your workspace. The wooden tool works great to get this clay off. Then going in with a sponge. And if you're gonna continue working, that's good for cleanup. If you are going to be done for the day, just making sure you're popping your splash pan off and giving it a really good